Hi, I'm Katie. Welcome to another episode in my series all about Los Angeles. Today, we're going to explore the Arts District. The Arts District is a really popular neighborhood on the eastern edge of downtown Los Angeles. It's actually really close to Little Tokyo. And side note, speaking of Little Tokyo, if you're interested in going there and want to learn more about it, I have a video about that I'll link right now. But now back to the Arts District. So we've driven by here quite a few times, usually to go to Little Tokyo, and I always get so excited seeing all the old industrial brick buildings, so I thought it was finally time to come check out this area. So let's have a brief history of the Arts District. In the early 1800s, this area was a vineyard and then orchards, and by the late 1800s it became much more of an industrial area with industrial buildings, trains, and factories. However, by the 1950s, a lot of the industrial buildings became abandoned for one reason or another, and then in the 1960s, 1970s, artists started moving into the abandoned buildings as they were getting priced out of other areas in the city. Today, the Arts District is a trendy neighborhood, still full of lots of creative types. It has plenty of restaurants, shops, breweries, galleries, and lots of really beautiful street art. And not to mention all those cool old industrial buildings that I like so much. So my plan for the afternoon is to take a walk through the whole Arts District area, check out some of the street art, see what's going on around here, maybe come back, try out one of the breweries, get some lunch, and then see where that takes us. So we're starting out here on Traction Avenue today, and we're going to take a walk down Traction Avenue, then loop back and hit East 3rd Street, and then take Santa Fe down to Mateo and see the whole area. So we're continuing down Traction Avenue, and there is a neon studio and gallery here. That's pretty neat. You can take classes to make neon signs and art. So on Traction Avenue, there's quite a few different little restaurants. We have the Pie Hole here, and we have a few across the street too with some beautiful greenery. I think there's like an avocado toast health food juice place. There's also a German brat place, which I think we might eat at for lunch. All kinds of interesting stuff down here. And here we have the American Hotel with some pretty cool murals and stuff on the bottom here. I read that a lot of the artists that came here originally in the 60s and 70s would stay or live in this hotel. So that's a pretty cool piece of history. So we came down the street a little bit from the American Hotel, and there's all kinds of murals down here. I like this one. And right next to it, we have the iconic angel wings that everybody gets their Instagram pictures in front of, myself included. But wait, there's more. We got some little creepy baby faces. And then right next to the angel wings, we have this beautifully painted building that is an art share, so there are still lofts, galleries, things like that down here. That's pretty cool. And it's painted just beautifully. Colorful. So many of the walls down here are covered in art. I love it. This is just a parking lot, but they made it real cool. And this is the side of the American Hotel. Oh, geez. There. Even the sidewalks are canvas. So continuing down Traction Avenue, they don't just have breweries here, they also have a spot for wine. But back on the topic of breweries, Angel City Brewery and the Arts District Brewery are the two main ones in this area. And as you can see, this one is painted beautifully, fits right in. Walked by and realized that I need to look up for the art as well. There's like a dragon fish hanging art thing on this telephone pole. That's pretty cool. I also saw a plastic fish glued to a fire hydrant earlier. Very unique. Okay, so we walked down Traction Avenue and back around. Now we're gonna go check out East 3rd Street. So just to give an idea of where we are, we just went down Traction Avenue that way. Now we're back at this intersection, and instead of turning, we're gonna go straight. So we're walking down East 3rd Street. It's pretty similar to Traction Avenue. Lots of nice greenery, shops, restaurants. They saw a hand roll place, there's a pizza place, and of course Salt and Straw ice cream, which we may have to check out later. I know that's really popular as well. There's definitely a mixture of new and old buildings down here. This whole giant apartment complex is brand newly built, but it's kind of made to look more industrial, I guess. But then there are still plenty of beautiful old industrial buildings down here, and I'm having a ton of fun looking at them. I'm really excited to go in the Angels City Brewery later because that building is very nice. So we just came off East 3rd Street right here, and now we took a right and we are on Santa Fe Avenue. And they have a really interesting, also newer looking apartment building here, but like it's suspended, a bunch of it's suspended. It'd be weird to have an apartment in that part, but there's a bunch more restaurants and shops underneath these as well. So there's not too much exciting on Santa Fe Avenue between the apartments I showed you and this bridge, but it's a nice shady place to walk. So once you get to this bridge, we're gonna take this right fork here and go down Mateo because I think there's more to see down there. I think if you continue down Santa Fe, it's more of a true industrial area. So just a quick fun fact here, and thanks Google Maps for pointing this out to me, and then we verified it, but this building was used for the exterior shots of Patty's Pub in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, right here in the Arts District, downtown Los Angeles. So the intersection in front of me is the intersection of Mateo Street and 7th Street, which according to Google Maps is sort of the official end of the Arts District. Walking down here, we saw a few more restaurants, bars, a cute little ramen place, not as much street art, and a little bit more, like offices and apartment type buildings. So we're gonna head back up towards Traction Avenue, and it's time to try out the Angel City Brewery. I lied. There's one more important stop before Angel City Brewery, and that's to get some lunch. I decided to try out this German restaurant, and I'm gonna try very hard on the pronunciation. Wurstkuche? They have a variety of different sausages and also fries and beer. The cool thing is that they have everything from classic brats to more exotic options like rattlesnake and rabbit. I was boring today and just got a kielbasa with onions and sweet peppers. There are also a bunch of different sauces to pick for your fries. Today, I went with the chipotle aioli. They have a variety of different kinds of mustard available on the table as well, if you're into that. Overall, I thought the food was good. The meat was seasoned well, but seemed just a little bit dry. The Belgian fries were fantastic though. They were thick cut and crunchy on the outside, but soft on the inside. So this is the Angel City Brewery, and it is finally my time to go in there. Is it anything super special? Probably not. It's just that every time we come to Little Tokyo or downtown at all and we drove past it, I was like, oh, that building is so cool, what is in there? I have to go in there. And now I finally get to go inside, and honestly, I'm not even that big of a beer fan. I mean, I'll drink it, but I'm definitely not a connoisseur by any means. I'm mostly here for the building, but if beer is not your thing, they share a parking lot with the new Truly LA bar that just opened, and that's actually a little bit more up my alley, so I don't know, maybe check that out today or some other time as well. So it is actually really cool in here. I don't know how well you can hear me, but let me show you. It's so cool. They have this old slide. I assume it wasn't for people, but for something that this building used to be used for. There's the bar. Really cool old industrial building. Just as cool on the inside as it is on the outside. So I got something called Perry Ale. I think it has pears and something in it. And Nick got something with mango mixed in, and we can't honestly tell which one is which, but they're both good. So they don't serve food here, but it looks like they have a food truck that pulls up to the side, which probably changes every so often. So food is not an issue. Look at all those nice brick walls. Oh, that's beautiful. It was so much fun getting a beer at Angel City Brewery, and for the last stop of the day, I'm going to try some ice cream at Salt and Straw. Salt and Straw makes their ice cream in small batches by hand. They have a lot of unique limited edition flavors, as you can see in their summer picnic series, like deviled egg custard with smoked black tea. If you can't decide on a flavor, they'll let you test them out once you get to the counter. Once again, I went with one of the safer options and got salted, malted, chocolate chip cookie dough. I was expecting it to be good, as most ice cream is, but this was fantastic! This was hands down the best chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream I have ever had. I will definitely come back here to try more of their flavors. So just a quick note about parking in this area before we head out. There's street parking, there's meter parking, there's also a ton of these little tiny lots that I'm standing in where you just park and pay at these kiosks. We actually parked nearby at Little Tokyo Galleria in their parking structure, mostly because there's a nice public bathroom on the second floor of that mall. But really, any of these options are available. I'm not sure how busy it would get on, maybe a Saturday night when everybody's out at all these restaurants, but seems like there's plenty of parking around here. You just have to pay for it. So that was the Arts District in downtown Los Angeles. Thanks for coming along with us as we explored a new neighborhood. And if you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing, as I'm planning on coming out with a lot more content about Southern California in the very near future. I'll see you next time. Bye! I also saw a plastic fish glued to a fire hydrant earlier. Very unique.